Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. Apparently, all the issues that transpired during the elections, during the campaign period, build-up of the campaign period, all those who technically didn't believe that Bola Ahmed Tinubu would somehow emerge the president of Nigeria are beginning to feel the heat. APC is beginning to go through internal crisis, and it looks like in a matter of time we'll begin to get to hear the full details coming up. We saw a little of what transpired during the inauguration of the president, how some of the top APC chieftains did not believe their eyes on the day of election. When it looks like the day of inauguration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it looks like that's just the tip of the iceberg as events are unfolding. Let's quickly run through what happened and give you full details on this. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, the leadership crisis in the ruling All Progressive Congress APC assumed a new twist some few hours ago following the revelations by the National Vice Chairman Northwest Salihu Mohammed Lukman that the National Chairman Senator Abdullahi Adamu willfully refused to extend financial support to President Bola Tinubu and all the candidates of the party in the lead-up to the 2023 general elections. At a news conference in Abuja, Lukman, who has been vociferous in asking Adamu to render a financial account of the party, noted that the party made over 30 billion naira from the sales of farms, yet it never supported any of its candidates. Lukman was reacting to two separate television interviews granted by Adamu and the National Secretary of the party, Senator Iola Omisore, in which the duo accused him of being a non-entity and a black sheep in the party. He said, and I quote him, "We are expected to present the proposed national budget to the National Executive Committee, NEC, for approval by the provisions of Article 13, subsection 3A, and subsection 14 of the APC Constitution. I felt embarrassed when I heard the National Secretary, Omisore, said the budget of the party has been sent to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. INEC is not the approving authority of the budget of the APC. The approving authority is the NEC. Till today, you don't have a national budget. We don't have a national budget, yet we made over 30 billion naira from sales of farms. Till today, as a member of the NWC and majority members of the NWC, maybe with the exception of the financial secretary, treasurer, and all the auditor, who may have inside knowledge of how much was expended on the renovation of the national secretariat of the party, we have no knowledge of what has been expended. Talking of national budget, we are just coming out of elections whereby we were not able to sustain past precedents. What was the past precedents? Under Comrade Adams Oshomole in 2019, every candidate of the party received something from the National Secretariat. In this last election, no candidate of the party received a dime from the party. Talking of finances, in our constitution, the NEC is supposed to approve some form of sharing formula. I'm aware that each state chapter has received about 20 million out of the 30 billion naira. Put together, that's about 700 million, less than a billion, which is less than 3% of the total income that has been earned. Yet we want to sweep this under the carpet. We are having state, zonal, local council, and ward levels who are left on their own. The whole question of funding of the party has not been addressed. Ask whether any such candidate or any such support was extended to then candidate Tinubu. Lukman said, and I quote, Tinubu didn't get a dime from the party. I'm making this public. Let them challenge me and contradict me. He said when General Muhammad Buhari was the party standard bearer in 2015 and 2019, he got some level of support from the party. Look, in 2015, the party was truly a model party. President Buhari didn't have money. People were assigned responsibility to raise money. It is just like Asiwaju, and you say Asiwaju has money. So there were people assigned with the responsibility of mobilizing money for the party. If anything was done in 2023 based on that, it would be the initiative of Asiwaju. I am not aware of it as a party. If you remember, in between, we were busy causing distraction about what should be our roles in the Presidential Campaign Council. Unless if we are humble and honest to admit that these are things that ordinarily shouldn't have happened and admit we need to correct them. and reshape the relationship between us and the government that emerged, we would continue to have that problems we are having, he stated. Wow. Lukman also explained how Adamu refused to obey the party's decision on the choice of the leadership of the National Assembly, saying the national chairman kept distancing himself from the position of the party. He said rather than developing guidelines as directed by the provisions of Article 13, subsection 4.6 of the Constitution that would guard the emergence of the leadership of the National Assembly, the Adamu-led NWC approached it with a blank check. No guidelines, nothing. And as a result, if not for the intervention of the president, we would have walked into a disaster. I appeal to our leaders to see the country beyond our personal desires. As a party, we ran our campaigns based on Muslim ticket, and I will be the first to rationalize that because the choices were very hard choices for the party and for our presidential candidate. It was purely on electoral strategy. If we did that and we want to support Asiwaju to run a government that all Nigerians would have a sense of belonging, what were we supposed to do? It was to take steps and amend it by ensuring that the diversity of the country was recognized in the emergence of the leadership of the National Assembly and other arms of government. What did we see? Our national chairman, even after the party took a decision, we now mobilizing resentment against the decision of our party. He never campaigned for the party's adopted candidate. He was busy saying the party advised that more consultation should be made. Look at the disaster when the governors of the party met with him. Even yesterday, he confirmed on Arise that the leadership of the party met with him. Now, assuming if it is true they did not consult you, as a leader was stopped. As a leader, what stopped him from calling Senator Akpabio and Honorable Abbas to raise some of these issues and even query them if he was not satisfied with their explanations? He could go and meet Asiwaju. He asked. Describing Omasere as a phenomenal failure, Lukman challenged the National Secretary to be humble in accepting defeat of the party in his Osun state. Osun was a disaster, and that is where the National Secretary came from. I saw him yesterday shamelessly talking about a winning team. If we are a winning team, why prevent us from replicating the feat in your base? We did not only lose in governorship seat, but we also lost all the Senate seats, House of Assembly seats, House of Representative seat, and House of Assembly seat. Osun is the only state we have that case. It is only the National Secretary that is in denial of that reality. The first mark of a progressive is to have the humility to accept your shortcomings. I saw a National Secretary talking brazenly as if he was a champion. He stated, Omesere had, in a television interview, said Lukman was acting alone in the 25-member NWC. There are cowards everywhere, so it is not impossible. But the point is that out of 25 members of the NWC, only one person is the black sheep. He's just used to doing the ranting. There's nothing special about it, he has stated. Now, people have been talking, and this is coming from APC. APC is going through a lot. Internal, it's just a matter of time. I'm a gbogbo, I'm a dale, I'm a tutusha. We all hear everything. And whatever it is, patch they're trying to, it's normal. Just like PDP went through their own, maybe hopefully we get to see more drama coming from APC. That's going to wrap it up.